It's no secret. Inventory is super low right now, which makes competition really fierce. If you're a buyer that is looking to buy a home, here are a few tips to help keep you in the game. Hey guys, it's the RE Agent 007 Tammy Bond, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, I'm a realtor with Center Beam Real Estate, and I help families relocate to St. Johns County, Florida. So you're ready to buy a home, but feeling a little overwhelmed and intimidated. Here are a few tips to help you stay in the game. Tip number 1, know your credit score. Do you have good credit? Are you mortgage ready? If the answer to these questions are no, pull your credit report and take a look at it. Make sure that all the accounts that are on your credit report actually belong to you. If they do not, contact the vendor, or better yet, the credit bureau themselves, and tell them to remove the accounts that don't even belong to you. Also, check out your balances. Maybe you're carrying some high balances that you can pay down and get below the 30% of your max limit. If that is possible, that will also help to raise your credit scores. Now, if none of those suggestions work for you, maybe the best answer is to reach out to a credit repair agency and see if they can help you to bring up your scores. If the answer to that question is yes, then you're ready for tip number 2, which is getting pre-approved. Pre-approval, very essential in this time. It takes a little while to get pre-approved. In some cases, it can take a few days. In some cases, it can take longer, depending on how long it takes you to get your lender all of the required paperwork that they're asking for. You want to be pre-approved because you can't make an offer for a home without a pre-approval letter. The worst thing that can happen is that you find a home that you are totally in love with, and we can't make an offer because you don't have a pre-approval letter. Believe me, it is worth it to do all of that upfront work up front so that when we find the house that's right for you, you're ready to move. Number 3, get clear on what your must-haves are and what your trade-offs are. No home is perfect. Let me say that again. No home is perfect, not even new construction, unless you're buying a custom-built home. So what that means is you have to know what you're willing to compromise on and what things you must have. So for example, let's say that you now need a home office because you work exclusively from home. Well, one of the homes that we're looking at does not have a home office per se, but it has a 4th bedroom or a 5th bedroom that can be converted into a home office. Does that home now meet your needs? Sometimes we have to think outside of the box a little and determine whether or not a home is actually right for you and your family or not. Unfortunately, you got to make that decision kind of quick, but I want to put those tips in your head. So when you go to see a property, you're not just looking at it at face value, but really looking to see how your family can fit and live in this property. Number 4, use technology. In today's day, we are very technologically strong. What that means is most homes have pictures online as well as a virtual tour. It would do you good to review the pictures and view the virtual tour to see whether or not you can see yourself and your family in that home. Now, please don't mistake, nothing beats actually going to and being in the home. But chances are, if you're looking at a video or a virtual tour and it doesn't fit, then going to see it in person probably won't change that. And my final tip, number 5, working with an agent that knows the area. It is very important that you have a good and strong working relationship with the agent that is going to help you to purchase your home. You need to be able to understand what they're saying and the information they're explaining to you, and make sure that they understand what your viewpoints are as well. Not to mention, you need an agent that knows the area for which you're wanting to buy. They need to help you strategize and put a game plan together to put the strongest, cleanest offer possible, your highest and best, when going after a property. Please know and understand that this process is just that. It's a process, and it's not for the faint at heart right now. Of course, you're going to love the properties that you want to make offers on, but don't get discouraged if your first few offers don't get accepted. That is just the nature of the beast at the moment. But if you're diligent, you work with your agent, you guys come up with a game plan and you execute, you will find a home that is right for you and your family. Okay, these are my tips to help buyers stay in the game in this crazy seller's market that we're currently in. If you've enjoyed this video, check out my video called 5 Factors of Good Credit Explained. I'll put a link for it right above. This video helps to break down what components actually make up your credit score and give you some ideas on how to improve your credit scores should you need it. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. I hope that you found the content useful. If you know someone else that is also looking to buy, please share this video with them. I'm sure it'll be helpful to them as well. Also, please like, subscribe, and click the bell for my channel. I upload videos weekly. And remember, when we work together, your dream becomes reality. See you next week.